This video shows you how to replace the flail blades on your BrushDestructor blade. Using a simple homemade timber support frame will make this process a whole lot easier. Because of the special low profile nuts and bolts, many standard sockets with fast slide-on ends can easily jump off these heads. But if you grind 2mm off the end, they will grip a whole lot better. If you do not want to do this to your existing socket set, buy 2 cheap 5/8 sockets from your local auto store and grind these down. With the brush cutter on its side, start by undoing the nuts enough that you can then remove them by hand without dropping them. Then turn the brush cutter on its other side and using a small screwdriver, remove all the debris that has built up in the nut guard. If you have an air compressor on hand to blast out this debris, then this becomes a very quick job. Now with the brush cutter on its back, you can insert the locking pin and then undo the lock nut. Then turn the blade over and clean build up on the sides of the anti-fouling blades so that you can pry the top hub off. While the top hub is off, take the opportunity to do an inspection of the clean side to look for any signs of cracking. After removing the old flail blades, inspect the rubber impact stop for any signs of disintegration. This rubber is extremely tough and there should be no signs of any breakdown. But it is not indestructible, and as you can see here, I have found one small chip, but it is not bad enough to warrant replacing it. Then inspect the bushes to see that none of them have cracked or show any excessive signs of wear. Also check them all to ensure they rotate freely. Now you can fit the new flail blades and replace them as shown so that they do not fall off. Then carefully drop the top hub back down on the anti-fouling blades until it is seated correctly. Now holding the blade together, turn it over and locate it back on the gearhead arbor. Then put the lock nut back on and tighten enough to compress the rubber impact stop. With the brush cutter back on its side again, you can replace the special conical nuts. It is very important that you use a removable thread locking compound to lock the nuts on so that they cannot come off, but that you can still remove them when you have to. After screwing all the nuts on as tight as you can with your fingers, then tighten them up with two 5/8 socket spanners. Finally, give the pivot bush assembly a spray, preferably with a PDF dry lubricant, and check that everything rotates freely. You are now ready to grind up some more bush.